Good morning, fight fans. What's up, man? The homie main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, going down every Wednesday, every Saturday here on Main Man, Made Man's Boxing, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, up early this morning, live from the DMV. It's early in the morning. Brother got his coffee up this morning, man, and I got time, so let's talk some boxing. Now, to everybody out there, just let me put this out there. Y'all notice that I kind of slowed down on doing the news vids, like the news clips or whatnot. And the reason being is because it's the holiday season. So I just want everybody to know that. And after the holiday season, we will go back to doing the news. But the editing and the whole putting it together, right now, this is a hectic time. I do the shipping thing, so I'm shipping out a lot of packages. I got a lot of inventory. Plus, I also have a career. So it's like I'm juggling a lot during this time. And so we will get back to the news clips. Salah Farah, good morning. In the house all day. Media One Software in the house all day. I got the Shy in the building. Greetings to you all day. Let's talk this boxing fight, fans. The thing is this. So, Terence Crawford has now came out and stated that he does not and will not face Showtime Shawn Porter, and he's also came out and said that he is not going to 154 pounds or 160 pounds or whatever else they want him to go to. And Kenny Porter is out saying that they have the green light. Monty Brown, good morning, Monty. What's up, famo? Wanted to jump on last night, man, but I had a house full, fam. I wish I could have, man, but great live last night, fam. But so Kenny Porter is out here saying that the PBC has given him the green light to go ahead and face Terence Crawford. So now the big question is to everybody is, should Terence Crawford go and face Showtime Shawn Porter? Now, I'm really torn on this, man. I'm very torn on this because I know what people thinking. They're saying that, yo, this is a great fight. Terence Crawford needs this fight. He needs a big name. He needs to put himself on the map at welterweight. He needs to do something. And this is a fight that all fans want to see. That's on one hand. On the other hand, you got to think about this. And listen to me here, fight fans. If you are a Terence Crawford fan, why would you want him to face a world champion? He's a world champion. Are you okay with Terence Crawford facing a loser? That is the golden question. Now, Shawn Porter and Earl Spence situation is different than what Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford situation is. The Shy say Crawford needs to fight someone. We're going to get to that. There's a major difference, and here's the difference. When Earl fought him, Shawn Porter was a certified champion. He had a belt around his waist. He had the WBC, KP from KC. What up with you? What up, though? He had a belt around his waist. Shawn had a belt. Earl had a belt. Same side of the street. Unification makes perfect sense. Now, as for Crawford, he would then have to take on a beltless Shawn Porter. And we all know that the criticism on Shawn Porter is he cannot fill a fruit stand out, in nowhere. He's not a big draw. So the question that comes to me is then, what is the upside for Crawford to do a cross promotion from ESPN and Top Rank to PBC and Fox and Showtime to do a cross promotion? Usually it's for big fights and fights that make sense. This fight financially doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because Shawn Porter is not a major draw. Shawn Porter is not a champion. All this does is give Bud name recognition. As far as it gives him a certified name. It does nothing for casual love. I'm just trying to weigh the pros and cons of this fight, fans. If Porter doesn't get this fight, who does he fight? Keith be hurt again, and Danny seems headed to Earl Manny and ain't doing it. Good question. Good point. So if he doesn't turn to Shawn Porter, what should be the alternative? Well, you got the 140 crew. And nobody really wants to see that right now, right? The Regises and the Josh Taylors of the world, the Ramirezes of the world. Nobody is clamoring for that. It does give name recognition. They are some, like in Ramirez's case, he is a draw. You know what I mean? But you got that crew. You got Virgil Ortiz making his name right now. He's splashing into 147. That's another name that makes sense for Terence Crawford. Mikey Garcia just lined up with DAZN. That's another opportunity for Terence Crawford. If Bob Arum can bring over Mikey Garcia or do some sort of cross promotion, that's another opportunity. The point I'm making is those opportunities, from a draw, from them being champions or from the fact that they are just big names and they actually have drawing power, makes those fights to me more prettier than the Shawn Porter fight. And I know how that sounds, fight fans. I know how that sounds. Do that loss make Porter name less appealing? It's not that you lose, it's how you lose. Porter gained recognition off the Earl fight, and if he doesn't fight Porter, don't say the PBC is ducking you. Well, first off, Monty, have we heard Shawn Porter say anything? We are going by what Kenny Porter said. I have yet to hear Shawn go to a camera and say, I want to fight Terence Bud Crawford. So we are putting something on Bud that we don't even know how Shawn feels. First. Second off, hold on, famo. The loss doesn't make him lose appeal. No. But when you, say for example, if we're talking Shawn and Ugas, great fight. That can happen. If we're talking, Shawn and Danny, cool. If we're talking Shawn and Kell Brook again, cool, you know what I mean? But Shawn and Bud is a champion. Bud want to fight other champions, bro. He don't want to you can't keep throwing him in the ring with a guy that can't draw, a guy, because you like his rugged style, and we want to see how Bud deals with that. But Bud is a champion. Bud is cut from the championship cloth. Shawn ain't. I just can't, my thing is champions come first. And then if you're not a champion, you at least can be a draw. The Jeff Horn fight for Bud, for example. Jeff Horn, world champion. You know what I mean? Makes sense. David Benavidez, Mexican fighter. He has a draw. He's a draw. It didn't make sense to me that much. The Amir Khan situation was a straight up debacle. The Amir Khan situation is the evidence that everyone is going to use and say, well, you gave Khan this, why you ain't giving these guys that? And Bob Arum made a terrible mistake with the Amir Khan fight. He thought that Amir Khan was the same Amir Khan from 2010. He thought that Amir Khan still had that army behind him that support everything he do. And that army abandoned Amir Khan a while back, and Bob just didn't think about that. So he thought he was paying for a draw. In Shawn Porter's case, what is he paying for? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That a world champion like Bud needs to come down to a guy who just came off a loss. The fight prior to that, there's a consensus out there that most people thought Shawn lost to Ugas. So he's coming off 2 performances where he basically could have been said that he lost them both. And we talking about putting him in there with world champion Bud Crawford, all because stylistically it'll look good, and Shawn Porter's a decent name because of the effort that he gave to Earl Spence Jr. So now Bud has to settle for second best. I ain't buying that, fight fans. I'm just not buying that one. I'm sorry. I can't get that. I can't get with that one. The shot says, if Bud can't get Spence or Pacquiao right now, then what? Like I just told you, Virgil Ortiz, Mikey Garcia, the 140 crew, that's just what's available to him. Look, man, as a champion, you do walk around with a little bit of pride. You know what I mean? You have a sense of pride. I ain't even bringing up the friend shit. You know what I mean? But you have a sense of pride where, look, man, I've been fighting these cats over here, why can't I get a champion? Why is it that now that everybody's had their way with Shawn Porter, Keith beat Shawn, Danny fought Shawn, now Earl beat Shawn. They've all beat Shawn. Now that they're done using them up, send them on over there to Terence Bud Crawford. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? My man is a certified champion, bro. You don't get hand-me-down fighters. Send them Danny over there. Send over, Earl can't be sent right now. Send Manny over, you know what I mean? If not, then Bud needs to stop focusing so much on these PBC fighters. Because if they're not going to send over their best, then don't send over shit. This is the second time they did this to Bud. You feel me? This is the second time. Remember when Bud was asking for the big name fighters, who they were willing to send over? Luis Collazo. They were willing to send Luis Collazo. But no, you can't touch Danny and Manny and Earl. No, but you could take Luis Collazo. This is the same crap all over again. This is the same thing all over again. You can't touch these guys, but we're done with Shawn. Shawn has already been ran through. We've already used him up for everything we have. Here you go. Take Shawn Porter. Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Shawn is not one of the best at PBC. Well, he was just a fight ago. He was the WBC champion. Just a fight ago, bro. And on top of that, he beat Yordenis Ugas. He beat Danny Garcia. That lets me know he must be one of the best, right? Or was one of the best. However, he is now coming off fights that he doesn't have a belt. He could arguably say he lost. I mean, my point is, without Bud, what other big fights could they line up over there immediately for Shawn Porter? Riddle me that. They could do a rematch with Ugas. What do they got? So how come he is not certified for Bud? Because, bro, for one, we haven't heard what Shawn said. We all going by what Kenny is talking about, right? And Bud clearly told everybody, it's down to me and Shawn. It has nothing to do with Bob. It has nothing to do with Kenny. It has to do with me and Shawn. Well, you got Bud saying no, and you got Shawn saying nothing. You got Shawn saying nothing. So what we talking about? Ronnie Boy Fresh in the building. What's up? They all need to leave PBC, says Media One Software. I mean, they supposed to be free, right? They should be able to go wherever they want. Allegedly. Look here, Slim. Shawn isn't even ranked in the WBO. Exactly. They just throwing Shawn in the mix, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Shawn is being thrown in the mix because they're done with him. He has right now, his trajectory is kind of pointing downward because there is no one else. So it's like, now let Bud have him. Dog, Bud is not a hand-me-down, give me whatever you're done with now that y'all are done, and you took all the luster off Shawn Porter. Now, it would have made sense if Shawn still had the WBC and said, let's fight Bud. Then Bud, that's major upside. It makes perfect sense. But now Shawn has nothing, and he's not a draw, and now you want Bud to fight him. It makes no sense. None whatsoever. Bro, I like Virgil Ortiz, but do we want to see Bud fight Virgil before Shawn? My thing is, Virgil Ortiz making that fight doesn't come with the whole cross promotion and the whole mechanics, all the crap that has to be done. Shawn is going to request a certain amount of money. This going to have to go to pay-per-view. In my opinion, Crawford versus Porter, is it a pay-per-view fight? That's really iffy to me. You know what I mean? As in the Virgil Ortiz situation, Virgil is a draw. You know what I mean? He's a draw with momentum at his back. That's more than what Shawn Porter got going for him. I'm just looking at it like, what does Bud get out of the situation other than some hardcore love? He get hardcore love all day. We gonna love him for it. You know what I'm saying? Casuals won't care much about it. They're gonna look at Shawn Porter and say, oh, Earl didn't beat him. You know what I mean? Shawn doesn't have a major follow. I mean, what is the upside there? It's a good fight. Don't get me wrong. It is a great fight. I'd like to see it, but it's not nothing that I'm willing to say that Crawford is ducking a guy because he won't want to fight this guy. I look at this as just like the Luis Collazo situation. I got Renee Boxung in the building. Good morning. Virgil versus Ennis would be great, though. That would be amazing. That would be amazing, bro. That would be amazing. Danny Garcia versus Bud. Danny Garcia versus the Bud is the one that makes the most sense. That's the fight that should be happening. But we got fans out here just playing like real dumb about this situation. Like, dog, like, we know that the fight that should be happening is Danny versus Terence. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't happening. They got the history. They go back to the amateurs. They've been shooting shit at each other all of these years. Why ain't they fighting? Everybody's like, oh, well, Danny, no. He doesn't have to fight him because he's trying to line up a fight with Manny, which ain't promised. He's trying to line up a fight with Earl, which ain't promised. You know what I mean? It's all right. We'll let him fight Ivan the Red Cat. We'll let him fight Adrian Granados. We'll let him fight those guys, and no one gonna say nothing. But the second that it's time for him to now get a good fight, it's like, oh, yeah, well, Danny's all right. He can do this. Bruh, Danny could have been, I repeat, been fought that man, bro. Been fought that man. Oh, Lord, what's up, Black? Good morning, fam. Trill Boxing in the building. Salute to the Trill. Salute to the Trill. Let me see what your man then left. Did you just say Virgil Ortiz is a bigger draw than Shawn Porter right now for Bud? Did I just say Virgil Ortiz? Yes, absolutely. 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 I will stand on that one, bro. I think Virgil Ortiz is a much bigger draw than Shawn Porter. Bro, prior to the Earl fight, what was we criticizing Shawn for? Cannot fill a family dinner. That's the epic quote going around, correct? Last I checked, the man can't fill, it's not a draw. You telling me that Virgil Ortiz is not a draw in Texas, Black? You telling me that ain't a draw? Bud versus Crawford in Texas. I mean, Bud versus Ortiz in Texas won't do better than Bud versus Shawn Porter. Come on, bro. You know that. Man, the Mexicans gonna flock for that fight, fam. You know this, bro. You know this, man. I just think that the upside for a Shawn Porter and Bud, where is the upside? Someone tell me the upside. Golden Boy Promotions won't do that fight. Well, you don't know. I mean, maybe not. They don't want to ruin that kid, but it just makes better sense than the Shawn Porter fight, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Danny is going to wait for Earl's decision. Why Bob didn't offer Danny more money? Well, let's see what happens in 2020. Maybe that offer does come. We know what's going on with the budget over at ESPN for the rest of this year. Let's see what happens in 2020. Now, I told y'all, I do think Bob made a mistake by offering Danny Garcia such low money and offering Amir Khan more money. That was a bad mistake. He was paying for Khan's army. He thought Khan still had his crew intact, and they have abandoned him. You know what I mean? So he thought he was paying for a draw. That's the whole deal. And for Shawn Porter, you're not paying for a draw. You're paying, he doesn't have no belt. He's not a draw. It's just a tough fight. And for a world champion like Bud, because Bud is on the same level as all other champions, he want to fight top names and top champions. Not a dude coming off a loss, and then the fight prior to that, everyone said he lost. And he's not a draw. Yo, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Y'all act like, yeah, the fight would be tough. But once again, and here's another question that ain't nobody brought up. Where is the killer instinct in that fight? I have heard Shawn say nothing. I have heard Shawn say zero. I heard Kenny Porter mouthing off. I hear everybody saying something except Shawn Porter. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Zero killer instinct. There is no killer instinct here. This fight is a fight amongst friends. It's the same way when Daniel Jacobs came out and said, well, I don't want to fight Demetrius Andrade because that's my homeboy. The first inkling of that, I said, I don't want to see the fight at that point. When you talk like that, the killer instinct dies down and it makes the fight less aggressive. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. I know they buddies, they should get a bag together. But at the end of the day, there's no killer instinct there. Kenny said, let's go. Kenny said, let's go. Where's Shawn said? Can someone give me a quote from Shawn? All I know is Shawn seems hesitant about this whole situation, just like Bud. You know what I'm saying? Just like Bud. Put Lil Earl in a contract. They ain't gonna do that. Salute to my brother, the Trill Boxing Talk, all day. Salute to that man. Hey, Black, man. Work y'all doing is incredible, bruh. Incredible. And I hope y'all get a shout out for what's going on with Tank, man. Real talk. The upside is that Bud will finally have a credible name on his resume at 147. Man, Bud is a former undisputed champion. When you want to talk credibility, y'all can miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. My man is formerly undisputed. You dig what I'm saying? Beat the #1 guy at a weight class. And now we want to sit back and play Monday morning quarterback and say, well, they wasn't shit. You know what I mean? That's the name of the game. That's just the name of the game, bro. The man has been undisputed. He's beat everybody they put in front of him. He's called out everybody from the other side. What more do you want them to do? Now, I get it. Bob should dig deep and pay for these fighters. I agree. Now, that's where we are in agreement at. I think that Bob should kick out extra cash for Danny Garcia, for Earl Spence Jr., for Manny Pacquiao. I think it ain't going to come cheap, and I think Bob is obligated to make sure that Terence Crawford gets some of those fights and throw them a decent offer to make that happen. Now, that I do believe. But as in Shawn Porter's case, ain't nobody breaking the bank and jumping over mountains to make no damn Shawn Porter fight. You know what I mean? All mainly because, like I said before, bro, Shawn ain't there. You don't know where he's at with it. There's very little upside for Bud in beating the Shawn Porter. Earl took all of the upside from Shawn Porter. All of it. Earl wiped it all out. Earl wiped that shit out. Earl took the man's belt. He beat the man. He dropped the man. Dog, like he took all of the upside. And now you want to give him to Crawford where the upside is like gone. That's like trying to sell a house that you just took all the equity out of. You know what I mean? Oh, I just drained all the equity out of this house. This is a big, pretty house, though. You can have a house. Why the fuck would I want that house that ain't got no value in it? Because, yo, it's a pretty house. That's what we talking about. That's exactly what we saying. So that's all I'm saying. Now, this could change, you know. The thing is that it can change is that if Shawn comes out banging his chest, which we have yet to see. Maybe that can move my goalposts a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I would at least need to know that it takes two to tango. If this is a fight that's being made, man, this is the most awkward ass fight that's being made. When you got one guy who don't really want to fight and the other guy kind of mum on it like ain't really saying shit. This is the most awkwardly made fight in history. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Man, so if Porter won, right, would Bud fight him then, or would he still be running away? I just think that they're friends. I think Bud is looking at the upside of this. I think if Shawn was still a champion, Bud would consider it more. I think that if there was something to actually fight for, other than just, you know how Bud is, man. You know, he don't care what people think. He don't care what people feel. He don't care what the fan. To Bud, he's looking at the upside of this. And I'm fighting my friend for what? To make money? I get guaranteed $3 million a fight. So it ain't about the money. So I'm fighting my friend for what? To get him paid? He'll get paid. He over there with PBC. What am I fighting him for? Tell me why. He don't have a belt. He ain't a draw. Where am I fighting him for? Why am I going out of my way to cross over to fight someone for what? No one can give me upside when it comes to this fight. Earl schooled Porter, didn't he? Exactly, Dylan. So my deal is, if that's the notion that's going around, Earl schooled Shawn. Shawn lost to Ugas. Oh, it was a close fight, and Ugas shouldn't have won that. Shawn can't draw. So y'all just want Crawford to put himself in a tough fight, even though to make you happy, and he gets shit from the deal. He gets shit out of it because people gonna, oh, he beat Porter. He was supposed to beat Porter. Didn't Porter beat Spence? I could tell my whole little crew who don't know jack shit about boxing, right? I could say, yo, man, Shawn Porter fighting Terence Crawford, man. Man, then that dude Porter, man, didn't he just lose to Earl? That's the first thing that's gonna come out. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Had an O that can be snatched. Benavidez had an O that can be snatched. That's another true thing. Benavidez did have an O that could be snatched. Real talk. Real talk. So that makes a lot of sense. That made a lot of sense. Lost One says you wouldn't want to see it. I mean, I want to see it. I wouldn't mind seeing it, Lost One. My point is, I'm not willing to put the Ducker label, or definitely not the cherry picker label on Bud for this fight. There's folks out there that believe that now Bud is a cherry picker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying I don't see Bud as being this cherry picker that everybody's trying to say. Why ain't Earl accepting Bud's challenge? That is the question. What was Earl's challenge? I must have missed that exclusive Sports Talks. Did Earl issue a challenge of beat Shawn Porter, then I'll fight you next? Let me know. Riddle me that. Let me know. What O is Lil Earl snatching? Has he snatched the O? He snatched Ocampo's O. He's snatching O's, bro. What O has Earl snatched? I have to think about that. Did he snatch? He didn't snatch Kale's O, did he? He didn't snatch Kale's O. I have to think about that, bro. I'm sure he snatched somebody's O. Oh, he got Mikey's O. He got Mikey's O. Yeah, true. Porter has no belt. None. Yeah, you're right, man. He took Mikey's O. So he's an O taker as well. You know what I'm saying? They both O takers. You know what I mean? They both, that's why they deserve to be put on with the same mutual respect. And the same way that everybody, like when all the Earl Spence fans, y'all were like, well, when we were saying we want to see him fight Porter, it made sense because Earl is now a unified world champion. That was the whole deal. That's the whole shit. No one yet. Yeah, I'm still waiting on one comment to come across this screen to tell me what is the upside of Crawford beating Porter. Tell me the upside here that we're doing a cross promotion for. Tell me that we're throwing out big money to Shawn Porter. What is the upside? They threw bags of money to Amir Khan. It had zero upside. Look what it did for Crawford. Look what it did. It did shit. It gave him no upside. So Khan was once a name. Remember going into that fight? Oh, Khan might just get Crawford because he's undefeated at welterweight. Remember all that talk? Then he embarrasses Khan. Oh, Khan wasn't shit. When he beats Porter, everybody gonna say, oh, well, Porter already lost, and we thought he was on the downstroke of his career anyway, and blah, blah, blah. All that shit gonna come out. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. You know what I'm saying? If Bud beats Shawn Porter, The criticism will be Porter was on his way out the door. He had already lost. The best years are behind him. Bud caught him at a bad time. Miss me. Just spare me that shit, man. Spare me that shit. That's Bob's fault, not ours. That's Bob's fault. I'm willing to admit that, KP from KC. That is definitely Bob's fault. Bob fucked up the church's money with that, man. He messed it up real bad when he made that Amir Khan fight. That's something I cannot defend. I will never attempt to defend. That was a terrible, terrible move. They paid him all of that money. It was a joke, bro. That was sad. They should have threw that amount of money to Danny Garcia. I still think Danny would have wanted more, but it doesn't matter. It still would have been a more respectable offer than they originally offered Danny Garcia. But they dropped the ball on that, man. And everybody gets it wrong. Bob's still stuck in the Stone Age sometimes. And he remember when he was promoting Amir Khan at one point in time, and he remembered that Khan's army was the shit. You know what I mean? They were the shit. They like disappeared. You know what I mean? PBC already beat up PBC fighters. Exactly. So that must be the formula, Ronnie boy. The formula is let these dudes beat up on each other first, and then when it's all done over here, send them on over to Bud. That's the game. You know what I'm saying? Jotacito Lopez, they'll send him in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? They'll send fighters like that in a heartbeat. Fighters that they really don't have top use for. You know what I mean? And that's the name of this game. And so Bud don't want PBC trash. He doesn't want the hand-me-down shit. You dig? He just doesn't want it. Vincent Roof in the building, saluting the super chat fam. Man, you speaking facts 100% all day. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do is keep it 100 and talk that real talk. That's all we got to do. And once again, here we are, 26 minutes into this live stream, and I have yet to see one comment to give me the upside of Terence Crawford beating a Shawn Porter. I am waiting. Marnie, give me something. Give me somebody. Give me upside of where does the upside come in at? I don't see it. Where is it at? Bud should have left old Alzheimer's then. He should have left. I mean, I've spoke on that before, KP from KC. It's a hard call for me. I mean, the way I look at it in Bud's situation, he did make a deal kind of sort of with the devil, you know what I'm saying? Because bro, like, he's in a position where the names are scarce, but he's getting paid top dollar. You see what I'm saying? Not to mention his coach in Bomac has some special worked out deal on the side too. So the deal is sweet. You know what I mean? The deal is sweet. There's nobody on PBC side that has a $3 million guarantee. That's from my understanding. The deal is sweet. And I think Crawford is looking at it like, it's a hard deal to turn down, yet I know I won't be fighting nobody. I just got to put my trust in there. I grabbed one of them from across the street. But turning down that deal was tough for Crawford, I think. That's what it all came down to. I understand y'all want to see him leave Bob, because Bob, his history, we know how Bob is. We know how Bob lies. I got all that, you know what I mean? But Crawford is looking at it from a man standpoint, a father standpoint, $3 million guaranteed no matter who I fight. And when I'm on pay-per-view, I get back in money. And my people's taken care of with his boxing stable. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. That's rough. Yeah, Bud should have left, man. My thing is, it's like I went to this before. If you see the Ray Charles movie, when Ray Charles had first left his record company, he went over there to talk to them other crew, and he worked out that deal where he got to own his masters and everything. He says, you know what? I feel obligated to come back and ask them, you know, can you match it? And my thing is, if PBC wants Bud, let's see if PBC is willing to offer a deal similar to what Bud has. Can you match it? If they can't, then we ain't talking about shit. About that. Phone out real quick. We got it. But I think I left off in saying that somebody asked, what did DMX say about doing deals with the devil? Well, I get where you're coming from, fam. I do. And yeah, like I said, Bud's deal, it's almost a gift and a curse. You know what I mean? It's a gift and a curse. Where it's a great deal. It's good for him. It's good for what he wants to do, providing for his family, but it's terrible for his legacy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole deal. So I just, man, I'm torn on whether Bud should go to PBC. I want to see him get big fights, period. You know what I mean? get what everybody feels. They see a great fight in front of them, and it's like, yo, Bud needs this name. I get it. But you are asking Bud to step down from a championship cloth. Like, you're asking him to fight the hand-me-downs of PBC fight fans. That's what you're asking. And I'm not on board. If Bud ain't on board with it, I don't think I would be. And I've heard shit from Shawn Porter. Like, come on, man. Come on, fight fans. We got to just, William Smith in the building. Good afternoon from Northern Ireland. Salute to Northern Ireland all the way from the DMV. Salute to Northern Ireland and salute to you, William Smith. Good morning. Why is Ugas not fighting Vesputin? That tells you the whole story right there. All day. They should be making that fight. They should be. You know what, man? And I know y'all gonna really get on me now. And I don't know if Black's still here or not, but if he hear this, he'll really flip. I'll be cool with the Ugas versus Terence Crawford fight, bro. Like, to me, Ugas, you may say, what's the upside? I thought he beat Shawn Porter. And I thought Ugas has been giving great performances ever since that fight. Even before that fight. So, then it's a fighter that he wouldn't have to do a bunch of wrangling for. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay top dollar. He may not be the world champion and all of that, but you don't have to pay. As for Shawn's case, you will have to pay him top dollar to fight a guy whose upside has been taken away from him by Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? Likes up for me, man. Hit the thumbs up for the fam, man. Hit the thumbs up, man. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Thumbs up for the fam, man. But look, man, I think this video pretty much, because I don't want to get too repetitive. Once again, I'm sorry for the interruption towards the end of the stream, man. But yeah, I think we made all our points on here. I'm still waiting on that comment to come across, that somebody show me the upside, man. And if you think about it after this video is over, leave it in the comment section. And when we get back up on here live again, we'll pick it right back up all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Yeah, we back, Shy. Man, I had a little technical snafu right there, man. My bad. Equal Foundation says no upside. No upside. Bro, there's no upside. There's none. Crawford is a world champion, and we are tired of seeing him fight fighters that we claim has no upside. So we're now willing to add another for top dollar. Oh my God. That's all I'm saying, fight fans. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Exclusive Sports Talk says, just say it, man. PBC is shielding Earl from Crawford. I think PBC, I do believe that they're shielding him from Crawford, but I think they have a reason for it. They're doing it because they see Earl as their next guy. They see him as the next star. Are they shielding him from Crawford? They're going to make sure, like I told y'all earlier in this video, they're going to make sure Earl gets his feel of all of these dudes first before Terence does. You know what I mean? They're not going to let Terence fight these guys and get upside before they will let Earl get the upside. We've seen it now with Shawn Porter. We've seen it now. We're going to see it with Danny Garcia. They'll probably give him Manny. Whoever they're going to give. They are not going to give Bud those fighters before they give them to Errol Spence Jr. And you can take that shit to the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I told you before, and I'm getting repetitive, that's why I'm about to end this video, Earl gets the upside first. They get the upside first. When there's no more upside, here you go, Terence Crawford. Enjoy. And the fight fans are going to sit back like, oh, yeah, Crawford, why ain't you fighting him? Huh? That's a good fight. Crawford is like, yeah, but that house over there that y'all want me to buy, it has no equity in it. And nobody gives a shit. Something to think about, fight fans. Something to think about. I'm going to leave it right there because, like I said, I'll get repetitive. And we'll get back up on here very, very soon. Very, very soon. I promise we'll do another live stream sometime today within the next couple hours. I'm going to make a run. Then I'm going to sit down and talk some more boxing. We're going to make this a boxing day. We're going to do a few live streams today. So keep your eyes to Main Man, Made Man's Boxing today. We're going to be up on here a lot. You dig what I'm saying? Stephen Gannon in the building, my brother. What's up? Just checking in to say all the best to you and your family, man. All the best to you, Stephen, and your entire family. Shout out to you. Salute to you, family. Happy holidays to you, man. Yeah, that is a core supporter right there. Salute to you, Stephen Gannon. Much love to you all. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Go back and watch this video and tell me what you get from it. And if you come up with something that says, well, this is is why Shawn Porter has upside. Leave it in my comment section, and on the next live, we will address it. Much love to you all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay stressed and sucker free out there. Remember, the devil is everywhere. He's omnipresent, everywhere at the same damn time, and he's coming for you. Put on your best armor. Salute to you all. Salute to you all. To the next one. Peace out.